because we are concluding the series today. And I can't wait to start sharing with you and to wrap it up this beautiful morning. Guys, you just have to do it the way I am. The energy won't be too much like we've always been experiencing it this morning. But the most important thing is that you're certainly going to get value for being on this amazing mastermind mentorship class. Again, my name is Dr. Afolabi Olatunji. So wherever you're joining us from all across the world, I want to say welcome and good morning. All right, since on Monday, we started a very interesting teaching series titled Discipline Your Thinking, and we're able to outline few of this point that is going to help guide your discipline as regards your thinking. One of the first, or rather before we jump into the main checklist you have to look into, is the fact that we said you must have clarity on any goal or opportunity or adventure you have found yourself in. Guys, without clarity, you cannot achieve anything. Just like in the book of Solomon that says, people perish for lack of vision. Clarity is like vision. You must be able to borrow from the picture of the future into what you are getting yourself involved in, or whatever adventure or business you want to get yourself into. You have to be able to discipline yourself in a way whereby you separate the negative thoughts or the negative part of your mind and the positive in a different way. But more importantly, you must know that the positive must dominate the negative, regardless of whatever thing that you find yourself involved in. And it is also important for you to know that if you don't know where you are going, everywhere will certainly look like it. It's like somebody that doesn't even know, you don't have bearing for your life. Just like you're telling the map, to take me to a certain destination, and you're not able to identify the particular place. You can go to the Google map and put it, I am going to Lagos Ikeja. The Google map will tell you where exactly in Lagos Ikeja do you want to go. It's just, you have to be able to specify and impute the right direction, the right location, the right address, the right number of the house or destination you are going. And that is when the map will direct you by the voice. The verbal direction is going to take you to that final destination, and you're going to be super fine. So please always know where you are going. It is very important. Otherwise, every other place will look like it. In Lagos Ikeja, you will see different things that map will bring to you. The navigational system is going to bring everything to you. So your mind is now like the navigation system, which you must give the voice command. Otherwise, there is no place. Everywhere is going to take you to everywhere you think you want to go. And I also shared on Monday, I said you could actually be the most talented, the most skillful, the most smartest, the most educated, with all the most smart values in life. But the truth is that if you are not focused, it won't do you any good. Why do I say if you are not focused? It's still the same thing like the person that doesn't know the place or the right from the left. So please, before you get into anything, as we have earlier explained on Monday, you must be able to have clarity and then have a vision for your life. And talking about vision, one of the first of the checklists that we discussed, we were able to break it down step by step, is what we say you have to be decisive. Okay, decisiveness is just you understanding what you want. All right, you must understand what you want, guys. In this life, you have to know what you want for you. You have to know what you are getting yourself involved. You have to know the kind of business or the kind of trade or the kind of academic qualification that you want for you. Don't just say because I have to just go and get a degree. You see, life has changed from that circle. All right, you must know why you need that degree. Why do you want to go into it, so that you don't just end up piling up certificate, like we have always been sharing, that life is not about certificate, it's about your certificate. All right, so it's not the certification, it is what you know, and it is what you know that will pave way for everything you have always wanted to achieve in your life. And I said, it's not too late, guys. It's not too late. So make that decision. Know what you want. The goal you have set since the beginning of the year can still be accomplished in this month of November. And I can tell you, it can still be accomplished within the last 2 months of the year that we are right now. You can still achieve those goals. So be decisive. Know what you want. You want to get yourself into a marriage. Know the kind of wife you want to get yourself involved with. Know the kind of relationship you want. Don't just say, I need a girl that is, very outspoken or beautiful, or, you could have it. But what about other qualities? What about other things you're looking at in a relationship? It's not enough to get married, because we've seen people that are involved in different relationships, and guess what? Just few months into their marriage, everything is already looking like it's not going to be there. Somebody will say, I don't think this marriage is for me. I don't think this relationship is for me. So know what you want and go after it. All right. And if we use marriage or somebody in a relationship as a case scenario, you will see that in everything, it's not just about beauty. It requires some certain things you need to check. Will this person be, is this person going to be the person that will like to have my baby, or would like to do this, would like to do that? So please know what you want. You got to be able to be decisive, because all successful persons are decisive. I've never seen anyone that is not decisive. Now, in taking that decision, because if you talk about decisiveness, it's about decision. And you might have been in a certain place, in a certain direction, as a result of the decision you have made, which maybe didn't quite work out for you in the first place. But the other thing you need to know is that you also need another decision to correct the wrong decision, or the decision that has landed you to where you are. You need to have another decision. So you might want to write it down. The solution to a decision is to make another decision. So develop a character and quality of decisiveness. Very, very key. Because the reason why people are indecisive is because they are afraid of making some certain mistakes. You see, you cannot be afraid. You have to you have to be able to be adventurous. Life itself is full of adventure, guys. You must be able to know that I have to explore life. I have to enjoy myself. I have to be able to satisfy me, because at the end of it all, nobody else is going to satisfy you like you. You must know that I am the reason, or I'm the one behind this success or behind this achievement. It's not by what somebody says. Somebody might have advised you, but know that, whatever you are doing is as a result of your own personal, conclusion. You don't want to be saying, like, I want to model after somebody. You can model after somebody, but why not be the best version of you? Why not know that my decision is what has gotten me to where I am? And in order for me to get or to my next level, I need another decision. I need to take on another adventure to make me or take me out from where I am. Maybe it is a certain decision that has cost you in where your finances are at the moment. You now need another decision. Start thinking of how you know to get out of that particular race so that you will be super fine. All right. So let's go to the second one, which we discussed on Tuesday, which is you must have a vision for your life, for yourself. All right, guys. Vision is everything. You must be able to have that vision. You must have a vision to make a decision. Without a vision, you're not going to be able to make a certain decision. I said earlier that even in the book of Solomon, he said, my people perish for lack of vision. Vision is having clarity. Everyone in the vision, even when we were little, we had that vision. Everyone has it. Remember, I shared on Tuesday, some vision that we had as kids, growing up. We will say, man, especially when we watch some certain movies, or maybe our dad or our mom took us to a certain places, we will say, man, I love that house. That is my house. I love that car. That is my car. I love this, particular thing. You just admire this kind of thing. You see a family, you say, I love this family. You just envisage and you claim it. This is these are the things that you have been able to do those period. All right. So don't forget that if you have forgotten that you don't know what you want, you can revert back. I read it in one book that said, revert back to the days where you are younger. Some of those things that you make the decision could be the promise of God for you. Maybe you have deviated from it along the line, and there is nothing wrong in that. You can actually go back. In fact, why I'm sharing this is because when I read it from that book, I started going back to the things I have been talking about in the time past. And I remember that, some time past, I told myself I was going to be in the US. I was going to be, some of those things came to reality, but I didn't know. And I've forgotten that I have said it. I've seen this vision, happen for me before. You see, those things can still happen. So you can go back, sit yourself down. You need meditation. You need to really, in a quiet place, to be able to ascertain and say, what are the things? What is the plan of God for me? All right. Sometimes you might need to go to the prayer altar if you are the type, because you need to believe in God first. All right. You might need to ask God. Don't just dabble into something that you just think is an opportunity. Sometimes you need to really, have a personal relationship with your maker, and it's going to reveal to you in that quiet mood. You get that revelation on what you need for your life. Everyone has a vision, and when you are able to discover that vision, that is when true happiness will come. All right. So the last one we shared just before, we were able to, we took a break yesterday, was that I said we need to focus on result and not activities. All right. We need to be activities oriented and not we need to be, we need to really be more of result oriented and not activities oriented. Why did I say so? You got to be clear about your result you are trying to accomplish in life. You must have to be clear. What is it that you want? You see, decide what you want. That's decision. Decide what you want. You must be able to decide what you want for your life. What is it that you want? Until you make that decision, nothing else will fizzle in. Decision is very critical. You have to be clear on the kind of result that you want. Like here at WealthSecrets, guys, one of the things that drives us or motivated us when we started was the fact that we were being clear. We knew that at first, Coach Dan is a witness, Madam Olulade. I mean, most of us here on this call, you are all a witness that, it has no monetary attachment, or we are not doing this we're not promoting any business. We are not promoting any form of, we're not saying come and do this business. No, this is a complete free mentorship, mastermind mentorship class, whereby people started sharing, people have been sharing their own feedback of how this class has been of benefit to them. We were just there on how to add value. That's our primary goal. We were just there to look at how to add value to our society, to the people around us, to this country, and to the entire continent of Africa. It's just about what you want to give back. So we were really clear about the kind of result we want to get into. And we know that as time goes on, it could really be self-sufficient on its own, because we had a big vision to make it more bigger, whereby we're going to have over 100,000 communities in our, mentorship class. All right. So that is our own vision as a team, as a community. And we are going there, and we are going at our pace. Many of you will remember when I used to declare, I said we will be attracting over 5,000 lives in our mentorship community. Guys, this also is almost, we are almost hitting that particular number, and the number is going up every single day. So we are talking about result. You have to understand what you want. You have to be clear, because all peak performers are result oriented, and losers are underachievers. You need to know the people that are really achieving and blazing it out there, they are result oriented. You have to be result oriented. You must know that whatever thing I'm getting myself involved, I must drive it to the later. I must be result oriented, not activities oriented, because losers are the ones that you can tag as underachiever. Losers are activities oriented, and they work hard on, or they don't work hard on their result. All right. So what they do is that they just work hard every day. They just work hard. They're not thinking like, what do I want? All right. It's very, very important. So this morning, I'm going to be able to tell you that you need to also first put some certain things before you. So that is going to be taking us to the questions you want to ask yourself. So this morning, I'm going to be telling you to write down 2 questions. Now, one of the first questions you need to know is that you need to ask yourself, what result is expected of me? I want you to write that down. What result is expected of me as a person, or before the year runs to an end? What do I want? All right. What result is expected of me? Don't just be doing these things like you just want to do it. Ask yourself that question. This business that I'm getting myself involved in, this particular adventure or journey that I found myself, or the relationship, what result are you into this relationship to lead you into marriage, or what are you doing it for? All right. What result is expected of me? Now, you also want to ask yourself the second question, which states that why Am I still on this particular income salary, or why am I still at this level? You can put it that way. Why am I still at this level? Or why am I still at this particular salary? Or why am I still earning this a particular amount? So these two questions will help you and guide you into how you need to start getting more results, but not activity. You need it, guys. You really need it, because the way to discipline your thinking has to be in line with these two questions. Now, or you might want to look at it and say, we do things, because things are very fun and easy, and things that are hard are not too necessary. All right, we do things because it is fun, because it is easy, than doing things that is hard and necessary. Many of us, we don't want to do things because they are hard, because we think that it is until when it's free and easy, and that is the problem with most of the people. We want to do it, and when they say that thing, oh, it's not too hard, that is when you can put it. You want to start an online business, for example. Most people that want to earn in the forex market, you say, man, I don't want to learn, but I just want my money, because sometimes you need to learn. It is when you learn, you start to earn big. You see, what if the program stops? The knowledge that you have acquired, will somebody deprive it of you? So that is why when you are involved in any program and they have education to them, please do not hesitate to learn. Learning is the beginning of life. Learning is the beginning of wealth. Learning is the beginning of the transformation that you want for yourself. Do not hesitate. It takes learning to start earning. All right, so let's do things because it is necessary. It may be hard, but at the end, it will worth it. Don't just do it because they said it's easy. And let me tell you something. If it comes easy, it's going to go out the other way easy. Like they say, easy come, easy go. All right, very, very important. Come is what? Easy go. All right, so if you understand that easy come is easy go, then let's jump straight into the solution. What is the solution? I want you to guide you. I want to guide you on the solution to still bringing back, to make you know that this year is not over until you conclude on yourself that it is over. The solution is to first still write down your goal. Write those goals down. That is the solution number one. Write those goals down. Those goals you have written down, if you have been following us, please, 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 begging you, never you miss this class for any reason, because at the beginning of the year, we talked and we were so elaborate more on goal setting. Those goals you have written down. And in case this is the time you're joining us, all right, write those goals out. When you write those goals out, that is the first thing. The solution number two is to rewrite your major goal, because in those goals, you have it generalized, and then you now have to identify with your major goal. Or, when you identify with your major goal, you need to understand at the back of your mind as though they already existed. All right, that is what it says, because you must read it to yourself every morning or every day. Make sure you read it. I've always shared here that sometimes it requires you to read it to yourself, understanding that this is my goal. Most of the time we come up with affirmation. The affirmation is, I am grateful. I am now grateful and thankful now that I've been able to achieve XY number of goals that, within so period, so time. If you want to learn more about goal setting, the book of Habakkuk 2:2 will guide you into understanding how to write your goal. All right. So what do I do differently today to help me achieve those goals? So you have to look at it every single day and look at yourself. So what am I doing differently today to help me achieve this goal that is taking me closer to my goal? So the review, or the solution number 3, is that you must have to review that goal 10 minutes every day. Can you imagine? You must review those goals 10 minutes every day. Make out a time. Matter of fact, it could be in the morning or it could be in the evening. Make sure you're able to review it 10 minutes every day. Look at it. Have I achieved, of all the list of goals I've written down for myself, what are the ones that I've been able to achieve? One day I had the privilege of sharing with my mentor, David Imonite. I think it was around 2018 when he came for a certain event here in Lagos. I was so worried and curious because I had some list of goals when I understand goal setting, and I haven't been able to achieve everything. I think I was just able to achieve about 5 of those goals that I wrote down, and I had the privilege of sitting and, with my mentor, David Imonife, and I shared with him, and he looked at those goals because I was able to tick those goals. I ticked them, the ones I've been able to achieve. And I said, well, unfortunately, I've not been able to achieve these ones. And it was almost about the end of the year, I think about the same period, all right? And he looked at me and said, you know what? Let me tell you something. Those goals will still come to pass. He said the most important thing is that sometimes when you set this goal, it doesn't happen at that set time that you want it to happen. But he said the book of Habakkuk will guide you. He said, though it may tarry, he said, wait for it because the vision is set for an appointed time. When he shared that with me, and he took me back to what happened to him in the year 2008. In his list of goals, about 50 of them. Guys, guess what? One of that list, on that list, is number, I think, 28. He said he wants to buy a Ferrari car. And it didn't happen 2008, but the Ferrari car came to physical manifestation in 2018. Now, what is the difference? 10 years, guys. 10 years. Did he quit it? No. And he shared with us, and he did a video that he shared with us on a Zoom, and he showed us on those list of goals that he wrote down that number 28, I'm going to buy a Ferrari. Guys, guess what? It happens. So please don't quit. It will happen. When you review the goal, 10 minutes every day, it will certainly happen. Now, what do I do right? Now, people are very careful of what they say because they are afraid of offending other people. Don't be afraid of what you say. Speak your vision. Say it loud and make sure that you stick to it. Be straightforward. Know that it requires some certain practice to achieve these goals that you have set for yourself. And with these guys, it will help you to understand that your discipline or the way you think is a major check to you actualizing your dreams and goals in life. All right. So this is where we will conclude, or we have drawn it a conclusion on this weekly teaching series titled How to Discipline Your Thinking. Guys, you need to know, if you have missed this class, the video will be made available later on today. And I encourage you, I strongly recommend that you should see this video. If you have been through it before, watch it over and over and make out something that is going to change your life. And I bet you will love it, and it will help you to reshape in your life, and you will still be driving yourself towards your goal in this 2022. Guys, this is where we want to call it a day. And it's exactly 9:25 a.m. West African time. And I hope you got value. Here at WealthSecrets Mastermind Mentorship class, what we do is to educate, equip, and enrich you with all the necessary resources and information that will empower you mentally to live the very best of your life. Or matter of fact, help you to actualize and live up to your potentials in life. And we are cooking up something that you don't want to miss. And talking about something we're cooking, we're talking about Secret to Wealth Creation 2022. And this is the first of its kind that we are coming out to everyone here in Africa, Nigeria, especially if you live in Lagos. You don't want to miss this particular event. I mean, the website is ready. We have our website developer, the guy that has been working at the back end. That is the person of the prince himself, Mr. Abiodun. He's been working tirelessly with me, and we also have a team of committee. And sometimes we tell people, please check it out. Let's see what far we've gone. We want to encourage you to always check and let's see. But the forms are available. Start sharing the link. Let people start to register. It's completely free, because what we are doing this thing to really ensure that you are getting value, your life is transformed, and from there things are going to be happening. All right, so guys, get ready. This particular event is free. Maybe the next one will be monetized, all right? But this one is free, and you don't want to miss it. Do whatever it takes. It's coming up on the 26th of this month of November. 26th of this month of November 2022. Clear your calendar, clear your schedule. We're going to be there, and with other leading speakers here, leading speakers here in Africa, people from different spheres of life. We're going to have people from, the technology side, people from, the real estate side, people from, the different spheres of life. They're going to be there to share the secret to success. And that's why we target Secret to Wealth Creation 2022. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be packed out. The hall is fixed for 200 people. So it's going to be, first come, first serve, and you want to reserve your spot on that particular day. So, all right, guys, thank you for staying put. Thank you for staying connected. And I hope you got value here on this amazing program this morning. And thank you again. So